Have you ever sat at home on a quiet evening, looked at your phone, and realized you can count the people you truly trust on one hand, and two of them are your hairstylist and your food delivery driver? If that feels familiar, it's easy to wonder if something is wrong with you. Maybe you've become too closed off. Maybe you push people away. But having a small social circle is surprisingly common among intelligent, observant women. Not because they can't socialize. Many of them are warm, funny, easy to talk to, and perfectly capable of being the life of the party. They simply notice things other people miss or choose to ignore. And near the end, we'll get to the uncomfortable side of that, because the same ability that protects you from the wrong people can also make it harder to let the right people get close. One reason is simple. Intelligent women notice patterns. Not in a Sherlock Holmes way. She's not sitting across from a friend thinking, interesting, she touched her coffee cup twice. Clearly, there are unresolved childhood issues. She just remembers what people say and notices when their words don't match what they do. You know those compliments that technically sound nice, but somehow leave you feeling worse? Wow, you got promoted? That's amazing. I could never work that much and have no time for my family, but good for you. And you're thinking, thank you, I think? An observant woman notices the friend who only calls when her life is on fire, or the person who disappears when you have good news. Everybody says stupid things sometimes. But when the same behavior keeps showing up, it becomes a pattern. And once you see it, it's hard to unsee it. Another reason is that surface-level conversation gets tiring. Small talk is normal. You probably shouldn't meet someone for the first time and immediately ask, so, what childhood trauma shaped your attachment style? Maybe let them order their latte first. But when every conversation stays on the surface, it starts to feel empty. If every get-together is about who posted what, who bought what, or who's dating whom, an intelligent woman can feel lonely even in a crowded room. She wants conversations that actually go somewhere. Relationships, ambition, fear, family, money, work, why people behave the way they do. And no, every conversation doesn't have to sound like therapy. Sometimes you want to spend 20 minutes talking about a terrible reality show. The problem is when there's nothing underneath the small talk. What she's looking for isn't more conversation, it's more connection. A lot of intelligent women are also genuinely comfortable being alone. And that changes the whole equation. Plenty of friendships stay alive partly because people don't want to have no plans on a Friday night. Maybe the friendship isn't that satisfying anymore, but at least there's someone to text. If you enjoy your own company, that pressure disappears. You can go to a movie alone, sit in the cafe with a book, or spend a quiet Sunday at home without assuming your social life has collapsed. Once being alone feels peaceful instead of scary, you become much less willing to spend time with people who leave you drained. At some point, you start asking, do I actually enjoy this friendship, or am I keeping it because we've known each other for 10 years? Sometimes people simply grow in different directions. Nobody has to be the villain. A friendship can matter deeply and still stop fitting. This becomes especially obvious when a woman starts setting boundaries. A friend who loved her when she was always available may suddenly say, you've changed. And honestly, she probably has. Maybe she no longer answers every midnight crisis. Maybe she stops saying yes when she wants to say no. Sometimes boundaries don't destroy a relationship. They reveal how much of it depended on you not having any. Capable women also tend to become the unofficial therapist of the friend group. Someone gets dumped, they call you. Career crisis? They call you. Existential breakdown at 11:47 on a Tuesday night? Guess whose phone is ringing? Then one day you need support and the response is, girl, you're strong. You got this. Maybe there's a heart emoji. Wonderful. Eventually, she may stop texting first, planning everything and rescuing every crisis. And sometimes something surprising happens. Nothing. The friendship just fades. That hurts, but it also tells you who was carrying it. Up to this point, having a small circle can sound like a sign of wisdom. But here's where things get complicated. Intelligent people can become very good at thinking about their feelings instead of actually feeling them. A woman may be able to explain exactly why something hurt her and what she learned from it. She can give you a beautiful 5-minute analysis of heartbreak, but ask her to simply say, that really hurt me, and suddenly it gets harder. From the outside, that can look like emotional maturity. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it's also a very sophisticated way of staying protected. Real friendship requires vulnerability. It means letting someone see you when you don't have the answer, when you're embarrassed, scared, or simply need help. And that can be difficult for a woman who is used to being the strong one. There's an even bigger trap. When you get very good at recognizing patterns and red flags, you will always be able to find something wrong with people, because people are messy. Your friends will disappoint you sometimes. They'll forget to call, say the wrong thing, get jealous, distracted, selfish, awkward, or annoying. Humanity still hasn't released a bug-free version. The real skill isn't avoiding every imperfect person. It's learning the difference between a bad pattern and a bad moment. If someone repeatedly puts you down, that's a pattern. pattern. If a good friend says one insensitive thing, apologizes, and changes her behavior, that may just be a mistake. Intelligence can help you identify unhealthy relationships. Wisdom helps you recognize healthy relationships between imperfect people. Without that distinction, self-protection can slowly turn into isolation. Eventually, your life becomes very peaceful, extremely peaceful, suspiciously peaceful. It's you, your coffee, and a houseplant that has never betrayed your trust. And this is the part I promised we'd come back to. Sometimes intelligent women have fewer friends because intelligence gives them very good reasons to keep certain people out. But intelligence can also become very good at creating reasons to keep everyone out. There's nothing wrong with being selective. And there's nothing wrong with having 3 close friends instead of 30 casual ones. But there's a huge difference between choosing people carefully and never allowing anyone close enough to disappoint you. One protects your peace, the other protects you from vulnerability. A healthy, strong woman isn't someone who proudly says, "I don't need anybody." It's someone who knows she can stand on her own, but still allows the right people to matter. So if your circle is small, don't automatically assume something is wrong. Maybe you've simply stopped forcing relationships that no longer fit. But every once in a while, ask yourself one honest question. Am I really protecting my peace, or am I protecting myself from the risk of being truly known? Because those two things can look surprisingly similar. If this felt familiar, tell me in the comments how many people are really in your inner circle. And if you want more conversations about the patterns women experience every day but rarely talk about out loud, subscribe to Her Patterns. I'll see you in the next one.